Nityanandam, I wanted to shoot a quick video which I'll kind of slot in with my Sanya series for those seekers that are wanting to dedicate their lives um, to the path of sannyas or definitely contemplating it, and know that it's most likely a high probability for the near future. So, as a sannyasi, one of the most sacred, beautiful relationships you'll have, especially if you take up sannyas in this sampradaya, and I recommend that if you are taking up sannyas, that you do find yourself a guru, um, as this is the relationship, right? This is the most sacred of sacreds, the holiest of holies. Um, it will be one of tremendous fulfillment, love, and joy, and it's indescribable. So, Swamiji was speaking recently in his recent satsangs about chastity and the importance of chastity and how it's there in every relationship. So initially, I didn't quite understand like chastity. What does Swamiji mean by chastity? Surely not like celibacy in that kind of a way, because that's the first thing that popped to my mind. And then I understood actually, chastity, what he means by that is, see, like, the way that when I think about my parents, or when I think back on my relationship with my Purvashram brother, Purvashram means prior to ashram or before ashram. When I think about my relationship with them, see, me and my brother, for example, we could fight like, cats and dogs. We would like really get up in each other's faces, and we could say some really nasty things to each other. And we knew how to push each other's buttons. We were like best friends. We knew everything about each other. And even when I felt like the angriest at him and the most betrayed and the most hurt, this chastity was there in our relationship that I can see now, in the sense that no matter what words or what events transpire, I just know that he loves me. I just know that I love him, and I know that these things are too superficial to break the bond between us. Our love is so strong. Our connection um, is so deep that it can't. No matter what he says, no matter what he does, and I know that he actually would never do anything so extreme to hurt me. That trust and that faith in each other was there, and I also had that with my parents, and I can say a few friends. I can say a few very dear friends that are still a part of my life now. I just know that nothing can shake us or break us. So this same chastity, as a sannyasi, I'm learning more and more is really important to have in the guru-disciple relationship. So I was thinking to myself that, yeah, I have it. I know Swamiji loves me, and I know I love him. But when I was really looking in, I could see that there was a certain validation that I was looking for, which I wouldn't look for in my parents or my brother. Like, it was with them, it was kind of unspoken. But I could see that with Swamiji, I was kind of carrying a certain a validation, like needing validation that yes, he does in fact love me unconditionally. See, Swamiji, in order to perform his surgery, break the ego, break the coconut, he has to put on many faces. These faces are there in order to move us, to mold us, to sculpt us, to cut us when we need to be cut, and when I say not like literally cut us, I'm talking about the ego. To cut our ego, to give us encouragement when we need encouragement, to even let us taste failure when we need to taste failure. But understanding that it's all happening in his loving arms, in his loving space. When all of these things are happening, I could see inside of myself that I would get really easily shaken, and I would start thinking, is he upset with me? Is he not happy with me? Am I not doing the right things? I'm not living up to his expectations. And then I myself would start putting conditions on his love for me, thinking that even though he's told me that it's not dependent on what I do, he's actually said this love is unconditional. There's nothing that I can do or not do that will ever shake it. Still, the chastity that I had with my parents wasn't quite there, and yeah, I actually asked in Akashic reading yesterday. I was feeling a bit stuck with this feeling, and I asked Kalabedova, how can I heal with this? Because I'm not seeing any way out. No matter how I try and complete with this stupid idea, it just keeps cropping up again and again and again in some different way. And he said to me so beautifully that um, irrespective of what he's showing on the outside, the love that he has on the inside for me is never shaking. It's unshakable. It's always there. And just hearing that, I understood, okay, it's not just, it's even more sacred, and it's even like, it's much sweeter than even the love that I was experiencing from my parents. This is on a different level. It's not even like human based. It's being based. It's it's something much deeper. And to have this experience on this journey is so sweet, and it's literally, I don't know, it's the greatest blessing in life. If you have been blessed to have a guru, and if you can have this kind of a relationship with them, this chastity where you just trust them and you love them, and you know that they have this tremendous love for you, and they're holding you in such a way that um, you can't like you can't actually let them down, so to speak. You know, the only way I can see that that you can not, I don't want to say let anyone down or taint anything, because even that implies that there isn't chastity. Um, it's having that non-trust there. It's having that judgmental mind, which obviously is the one thing that will keep you from the master ultimately in the end. So having this kind of a chastity with your master, with your guru, um, I feel is actually the most important thing. So imbibe it. If you have any doubts, try and see where they're coming from, and understand that a real enlightened being, a real enlightened guru will only have unconditional love for you, and their whole purpose is to make you experience this space that they're in. So that's my sharing for today. For those that are either in the path of sannyas, thinking about it, have a guru, or are thinking about a guru, yes, this is the most beautiful relationship, and try and imbibe that quality of having chastity there between you guys always. All right, thank you so much. Nityanandam.